This is another episode of my very new podcast vlog videos that I'm posting about knitting and making and all the things that happen in the yarn experiments. Podcast is what most people call them in the knitting community, and I am here from South Carolina, bringing you all the goodies that I've been working on or the things that inspire me and that I work on with my yarn and fibers. It's mostly yarn, mostly hand-dyed, and some store-bought yarn. Not much. No, not much of that, but yeah. So here I am drinking some coffee. This is my second cup. I don't know if that was a good idea or not. But this coffee I get from my local coffee shop is so good. And this beautiful mug or cup was handmade by the Kindred Makery. They used to be Hannah. Oh my goodness. Maddie and Hannah. And now they changed their name to the Kindred Makery. And now they open even a store in my little town that I live at on Main Street. And they actually got the spot that I had been looking at for if I ever would open a yarn shop, like I would want it on Main. Fortunately, one of my best friends has a yarn shop and it's amazing. Unfortunately, it's an hour and probably 20-minute drive away from me, so I don't spend all my time there as much as I would like to, but I think that's close enough. I did spend a wonderful weekend with friends about 2 weeks ago, and we were knitting and spinning fiber because some of us are getting into spinning and we really like that, and just knitting, and we went shopping and it was great. So I think I will start talking about what I got other than a huge bag of yarn, because we do a yarn swap, like using an app, like interchangeable, like Secret Santa, and that's like a cool yarn that we give to each other. And I gave, what did I give? Oh, I gave nomadic yarns, self-striping, and a book with puzzles or a magazine with crosswords, because this friend really likes to do them. She does one a day, so, and she probably uses her phone, but I gave her like a magazine full of them, and the nomadic yarns and some chocolate and a hand-printed tea towel. And I received fiber, and I want to show it to you. But this is the fiber that I received. As you can see, it's amazing. It's a lot. It's from Nest Fiber Studio, and it's called Semi-Solid Superwash Merino. I can't wait to do it, but right now my bobbin is full with practice fiber because I'm still not super good at it. But look at this color. I really love this yellow. And it's coming true to what it looks like in person. I have my window open in front of me. I'm not even using any other kind of light today. What else? This pink. I just think they're all gonna work so great together. I don't even know how I'm going to spin it. I feel like I want to get that book called Yarny Texture and read more about spinning, and then find a super fun way to make this come together. This almost looks like my sweater. She really knows me. Look at this. Look at this. It's like my sweater in fiber. Yeah, she nailed it. So yeah, so this friend gave me these, and I was so excited to receive these. And then we bring yarn that we don't love from a stash, and it's like one of our friends created this story where you pass it to the right or to the left, and then you end up with something. And what I ended up with, which is actually really pretty, like this was kind of like the ugly skein, but it's not really. It's or it's more like something unexpected. But I got this thing. It's super soft. It was so funny to get this. And I got this really beautiful green skein. I really love this. It's like very rustic, It's from Mominoki Yarn, and I'm feeling like the reason why she gave it away, I'm thinking this friend doesn't really like super rustic on her skin, and so I locked out, and the rules are we need to make something with this so that we can be invited to next Christmas retreat, it's just 5 of us. But so I think I'm making a hat because I know I'm very bad at finishing projects, so I have to work on this one as soon as possible, and maybe like a little Christmas tree. I don't know, I'll get into these and see what I make. But yeah, that was fun. And I gave out some linen and I gave out just because, and it's not, I know people love linen, I just don't know what to make with it. I don't know. And the person who received it, I know she doesn't like linen either, so that was funny because now she needs to make something out of it. But yeah, and another thing that we did, we went to Black Mountain Yarn Shop and I bought these. I just couldn't resist it. I bought Cory confetti from La Bien-Aimée. The color I got is Amy's Peach Sweater number 1, summer 2022. And yeah, I think it's so pretty. And another one of my friends already started her Felix pullover with it, and I was gonna make a Felix pullover, but I already have yarn for the Felix pullover. So what I am going to make, I am making the Felix cardigan. So I cast on that same Saturday, sorry guys for all the noises, and started making my Felix cardigan. So this project, my goal to finish is before they leave to Rhinebeck. So I think I have a long time. From here to October, I'm pretty sure I'll finish, I hope. So yeah, so this is one of my whips, is the Felix pullover. I'll link the information, and it's just a raglan shape, and it's got like little yarn overs here, and it's really pretty, and it's very popular. I feel like a lot of people have been working on that. And since I'm at whips now, I'm just gonna continue on with the sweater for Riker that I test knitted. I got to the part where the designer needed me to get. This is the Sammy sweater. It is turning out so beautiful. He tried it on. It looked a little bit small, but I'm sure, and according to the knitting committee of my friends, it will grow. And if it doesn't grow enough for him, my other little one can use it, and then I'll make another one for the older one, because he was so proud about choosing the yarn. This is made with my own hand-dyed yarn. It's Yarn Experiments, and the color is Riverstone. As you can see, I never switched for different balls, or I didn't do the helical knitting, they call it. So I just did the same one, and I know there's a strand here. This is like lighter, but that's what happens with hand-dyed yarn when you don't interchange it. And to be honest, I asked Riker if it bothered him. He said no, he didn't care. I'm okay with it if he's happy and he'll wear it. It's a little boy. Nobody's gonna be looking at his sweater, and he's very proud that his mom made it for him, so that's really sweet, and I'm very happy about that. I did mess up in here when I was picking up for stitches. For some reason I purled, and the same thing happened when I picked up for stitches here, but this is reverse stockinette, so that was good. So what I'm doing, and I just figure out what I'm doing, when I pick up stitches, I knit backwards. So as I'm knitting right here, I'm going the opposite direction. So I'm knitting it from the inside. And I mean, I'm not changing it because it works for me. The pattern calls for reverse stockinette, so I'm just knitting in the round. But really what you see is the purls because it's the back side. So that works really well for me. If it were a sweater for me, the neck would be longer, so these pearls would be more noticeable, and I would change it. I would probably tear up and redo it, but I'm not going to do it for him. I asked him, he loves it, so we're just gonna keep it like that. Hopefully the next time I have pictures of him wearing this and we can see how much it grew. The pattern is called the Sammy sweater, and the designer name, it's called Brother and Sister Knits. Brother, I will have the information for you, I promise. And I even learned how to use a new editing tool, so maybe it will appear here, and if it doesn't, it'll be in the notes for the show for the podcast. So that's what I've been working on. And then I also went to Eastleigh with my friend Sam to shop for spinning wheels, and she got herself a electric spinning wheel, which is really nice. And I was just, because they sell a lot of stuff there, the lady that owns the shop is called the Lofty Fiber, and she sells materials for weavers and spinners, and she has weaving frames. So she has yarn cones, which I guess I knew they existed, but it never occurred to me to buy yarn cones, because you know, you go to the yarn shop and you buy the skein hank, and then you cake it, and that's how you do it. But I've been looking at this pattern. It's the Ilya by Caitlin Hunter, and I love this sweater. And I was a little bit scared of the of the neck, because it's like a very wide turtleneck, but I love it so much that I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try it. And I was going to that shop with the idea of it because she sells Highland fibers, and I got cones, you guys. So this is gonna be my main color, and it's called Garment Highland Cones. It's 8 ounces, which is 228 grams, approximately 450 yards, and it's 100% virgin wool, spun in the USA, Harrisville Designs. So this is gonna be my main, and this is gonna be like my neck here, which is, I mean, it is itchy, I'm not gonna lie, but it's not, I'm sure that when I block it, it's gonna become softer, and I will wear something underneath anyway, so it's not gonna bother me. And then this is gonna be one of my contrasting colors, and this is gonna be another one. And they were very, compared to other wools, this was very inexpensive. And I think it's because I got them on the cone, and you know, I think Harrisville is not very expensive either. It's like, it's spun in the same mill as Brooklyn tweed, and Brooklyn is a little bit more expensive than this. So I don't know, I really like the color. I think I scored. I'm happy. I'll start working on this at some point. This was going to be my Christmas cast on, and then it wasn't, because I was obsessed with I don't know if you watch her, but the Mean Girls podcast, or Mean Girls Knit podcast. Now Rebecca has, is it Rebecca? Yes, has her own vlog, and she was talking about finding a pattern for an advent, but that she likes to do something that nobody else is working on, and she's very specific because she wants to use all the mini skeins. So as I was trying to look for a pattern like that, not that I got an advent, but I was just made me very curious because she showed some really good ones. I found the Rainbow Shawl by Stephen West, and I wish I had that book with me. I will show you those books next time, but the Rainbow Shawl is like made out of wedges. And so I decided, and I will put a picture here so that you know what I'm talking about, but I decided to use my suri and pair it with these two skeins that I've had for ages. Like this one is the first Tot Lumatan yarn that I ever bought at Black Mountain Yarn Shop. It is called Ghost. And I hear my little one coming. And okay, I'm back. So I was talking to you about the book that I got and the shawl that I wanted to make. So I want to pair these two skeins. And as I was saying, this is Ghost by Tolle Matan. And this is also called Ghost, but it's called Ghost Town by Magpie Fibers, and it's their swanky sock. And I found this beautiful shawl by Stephen West. It's called the Rainbow Road. And it's like wedges that make up a long shawl. It's hard to explain. Oh, here it is. It's really pretty. So it's called Rainbow Road, and she's wearing it right here. So that's like the schematic of it. But I want to find like a big picture so that you can kind of see what I want to do with this, because the colors that I'm gonna pair it with are very, very bright, and I'm kind of excited about how it's gonna turn out. So there's the shawl, and see if there's one last picture. No, that's it. And I'm going to use these colors. And I had to dye more because I needed more brightness in my life, right? Who doesn't need more brightness? So I dyed this very bright one. It's even glowing of how bright it is. But these are the colors that I will put together. And these are all Suri alpaca. It's my Suri monkey. This is Joss, which is like a very nice pink, and Joss is after my stepdaughter that I love so much. She loves pink. It is 74% Suri alpaca or baby Suri, 26% silk. It's 382 yards and it's 50 grams, so I think I will have plenty. And then this other color is Gesrum number 5. This one is Alga, which is like a very bright pink. And I lied, this one is Funky Monkey, which is mohair. And the mohair has 72% kid mohair, 28% silk, and it's 459 yards in 50 grams. So, and this one is Suri alpaca. This one does not have a name yet. Highlighter sounds like this is what it is. Maybe that's what it's gonna be. But yeah, so that's, and I think that pairing it with these two, even though they're not the same color, I'm pretty sure they will work well together. So this was gonna be my Christmas cast on, but because I cast on this other project, the Felix sweater, in my getaway with my friends, I felt like it was too much. So I'm gonna wait on this, but it's ready to go, and I'm excited about that. I dyed a lot of Suri. I have some really nice new colors coming. A designer that I really, really like asked for some colors, so I dyed them for her. And let me show you. So she picked this one, and she picked, so these are the ones that I dyed. Oh, they're all so pretty. And I kid you not, when I was dyeing them, when I hung them over, I was like, oh my goodness, these look like old cloths. But once they're dry, they are, I don't know, I really like them. They're very light colors because she uses very light colors. So these are the other ones, and I did not pick the one she shows yet, but these are like, I dyed 5 that are very light like this, and then this one, and this one is called Leon, and this one is called Ternura, and I think this one is called Plata, and Pan Dulce. This one is Desierto, she chose this one, and this one is called Toda Paz. And as you can see, they're very similar, but they are different. And it would be like a lovely fade. And you can go on my Instagram for more information on this, or my Etsy shop. They will be up for sale soon. They're not yet on the shop, but yeah, they will be soon. And when the pattern comes out, I will be so happy to share what she makes or decides to work on. And I'm just looking around to see if I have anything else to show you. But I bought these two books, and I got the shawls one, and it's called 52 Weeks of Scarves, Beautiful Patterns for Year-Round Knitting. It's by Lane. Shawls, wraps, colors, cows. And the reason why I got it is because I've been wanting to design my own cow using the DK fibers, DK yarn from my own colors, and I want to do something like very Mexican, like inspired by the Mexican crafters from Oaxaca. I have a book with a lot of motifs that they use, and I just wanted to see how other people design culls. And unfortunately for me, this one is more scarves. There's not, I think there's just one cowl in it. So I'm just gonna play around and try to do my own thing, and that's just in my head, but I mean, I'll get to it one day, right? And talking about DK fibers, this is a DK, no, this is actually a worsted fibers, worsted weight sweater. I really like it. Is the Summer Simple Sweater by Joji Locatelli. And this is in Yarn Experiments. This color is Rio de la Plata, and this one is Rust. And I really like it. I had lots of fun making it. It's very simple. If I did I test knit this one? I don't think so, but I really love it. I test knitted the other one, the sport one that she has. Yeah, sorry, but yeah, so I like it a lot. It's just circular yoke construction, and I don't know if you can see, but these are like the increases, and then you change your colors, and then there's more increases here, change colors, more increases, and that's how you go about it. It's very simple. It's very cute. I think I love it. And yes, and about what's been going on in my life, well, today is like let me check. Today is the 29th. I am a teacher, so this is my second week of vacation, which I am very grateful for, because I used to work as an architect, and all my PTO went on kids being sick and really not taking a vacation. And these 2 weeks have been so nice. I had my parents here, my in-laws were here. My parents own a house, so they stay at their own house, and then my in-laws, they rented a house, and they just came all for Christmas, and my kids were super happy. My stepdaughter was here. She just makes me so happy when she's here, because I find I get like that little feminine touch of having a feminine child, you know. I have 2 boys that live with me all the time, and her brother used to live with us, so it was men all the time. And when she comes, it's just like fresh activities and makeup and trying on clothes, and she got perfume for Christmas, and she got lip gloss that plumps her lips, and it's just very exciting. And we talk about boys, and it was just great. And she's now into trucks, so she goes nuts when she sees like a very big truck. It's funny. And with my mom and my dad, well, we just hang out at the house, and it's very calm. And my boys are crazy. It was super cold, so it was a lot of being at home time. I do take them to the trampoline park a lot, because they're a lot and they need energy. They need to lose that energy. So we did that a couple of days, I took them for ice cream because my stepdaughter loves ice cream. And what else did we do? We were gonna go ice skating, but never got to it. We went downtown and hung out with my friends one day. She went with me to get brunch, and my in-laws stayed with the boys. That was really fun to see my friends, and like that's the kind of thing I can do with her. Like I can take her with me and friends and just hang out. And they all left yesterday, so they left yesterday morning, and my house was like very calm. I got to clean up my boys' bedrooms because she stayed in the bedroom where they sleep, so it was kind of messy, and I went through all their clothes, decluttered, you know, all those things. So yeah, but I had a very good Christmas. We had meat, and we're not very traditional. Like my family is very traditional, where they have like turkey and a special kind of pasta and special kind of salad, and we only do that for Christmas. But with my husband, like we're not traditional. And we had brisket and pulled pork barbecue meat. Was really good. And my mom made the Christmas pasta that we do in Mexico. It's called pasta verde, which is like mac and cheese but with poblano peppers, so it looks green, and that's why it's called verde. What else did we have? Me and my daughter made cowboy caviar, which is like a bean salad with peppers. That was good. And what else? I made an apple pie. Everybody loves my apple pie. And my mother-in-law, she was gonna make these walnut, they were supposed to be almond crumble crackers, something like a kind of candy, but the kitchen was full, so she said, you know what, I'll just make that tomorrow, and she did, and it was great. And then the next day, with all that leftover meat, I made salsa, and me and my dad went to a Mexican tiendita to get tomatillos, and we made salsa for tacos, and it was just so great. Such a good time. How was your Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas, or how were your holidays? And now we're going camping. All of a sudden, yesterday, husband calls, and he's like, you want to go camping this weekend? I'm like, yes, please. So we're going to the beach for the last 3 days. Today my friends went to Black Mountain. I'm missing out on that, but I couldn't find any babysitter, and I'm just here with my boys. So, but it's good. I'm not complaining. And yeah, it's been really fun. It's been a good break. I don't think I have anything else to share with you guys at the moment. It was lovely to make this. Gave me time to reflect on the things that I'm working on. I hope you're working on some projects. You will believe this is the yarn from my sweater, but no, I will brag. One of my students made this bracelet for me for Christmas. I teach high school, so I felt very special because high school students don't give presents anymore. Yeah, she brought a lot of these things and asked me what my favorite color were, so I chose two, and yeah. All right, well, have a very good end of the year, an amazing 2023, and I will start my newsletter this year and probably have a colorway of the month, and I hope you go to the shop and look at it. And here's Rex to say goodbye. Bye.